we do have a great team, and I'm very happy to be driving with these guys.
We're dreaming about a 1, 2, 3 this year. I mean, it could happen, but it's looking good. You know, we've got the right guys building the cars. I can't stress that enough. These cars are works of art at this stage, and it's just a cool team to be with. I wouldn't be anywhere else if you paid me whatever.
The round of 16 continues with some heavy hitters on deck, including Samuel Hubinette and Ryan Turek. Find out who makes it through and who's heading back to the paddock on Formula Drift. The streets of Long Beach are the place to be for drift fans. We're in the middle of the round of 16. Ryan and Jared have the call.
Well, here we go, Jared. Heat number 4, a former Formula Drift champion trying to get back on that podium. Samuel Hubinette going up against Justin Pollock.
JTP is what they like to call him, and Drift You Later, dude. He's going to be chasing down that green FC RX-7. Come to that first turn.
Representing the rotaries. Nice line by Pollock. Ooh, super close to that outside clipping point.
56 miles per hour. Look at that. JTP going a little deeper on that sweeping turn. Wow, Sam Hubinette taking out a cone on the inside line as they make their way around that peninsula.
Hubinette doing a pretty good job, but Justin Pollock, in my eyes, having a slight advantage, Jared. What do you think?
That is what they call the gangster run right there. Look at that, running deep, throwing out smoke, great angle. Man, great run by JTP. And Sam Hubinette, 2-time champ. You know what? Don't count him out just yet.
Light goes green. Samuel Hubinette taking off. He's going to take the lead here. JTP is a great chase driver, though, Jared.
Sam Hubinette initiating earlier than JTP here, and a gap already here. Again, SRT.
Oh, wow, what happened right there? JTP falling back, but super close on that outside clipping point. This is a weird run for JTP. Oh, coming back inside right now.
Looks like Sam has the advantage in this run here. Wait for the judge's verdict to see who moves on.
Well, here you see Samuel Hubinette coming inside, but JTP having a weird line right there, almost clipping that outside wall, and then coming super tight on Samuel Hubinette. Very unorthodox line.
Well, look at that. Ernie Fixmer with one more time. Tony Angelo with one more time. Andy Yen with Hubinette. That means they're going one more time.
Well, Jared, JTP's got to be kicking himself right about now. He pretty much gave that one more time to Samuel Hubinette, and that's not something you want to do against a former champ.
Yeah, you mentioned gave it to him. I don't know. I mean, Samuel Hubinette has it in him. 2-time champ, so let's see if JTP can almost hold off Samuel Hubinette here.
Nice chase driving by Samuel Hubinette, and much tighter on that clipping point by both drivers this time around.
56 miles an hour as they go on that sweeper. A little down. I'd like to see him pump it up a little more.
Samuel Hubinette definitely looking like the aggressor in this run, doing a much better job than in the first run. Both drivers maintaining close proximity to each other. That's exactly what the fans and the judges want to see, Jared.
Yeah, but I'd like to see him just pump it up. More horsepower, or not more horsepower, but more speed. I mean, I'm talking, it's 56. Let's pump it up more.
What would make you happy, man? 60, 65?
Let's go above 20. Here we go. Sam Hubinette's going to lead as we go under the bridge. Great angle from that. JTP fighting for his right. There we go. We talk about it, and now there. You ask for it, you shall deliver.
JTP not able to hold a ton of grip in the first half of this run, but catching up to Samuel Hubinette in the second half. You can see the gap starts to appear right here. Samuel Hubinette pulling ahead just a little bit, but JTP turns it on right there and sucks up to the former champ.
Ernie Fixmer, Sam Hubinette, Tony Angelo one more time, and Andy Yen goes with Sam Hubinette. Hubinette gets the win.
We just took it home, and we're moving on to round 8, and it's amazing. I'm so proud to be back here. Again, I'm so blessed to have a team like New Forms and sponsored by Mopar BFG. Wow, all the support I have just makes me look so good.
Here we go with the next heat, D-Mac versus Tony B. In long form, Tony Broccoli Hopper versus the Lucky Irish, Darren McNamara.
And the rocket ship of Darren McNamara, that is, Jared, right there. That car is extremely fast on this course.
Yeah, Darren McNamara, I swear he's part of the NASA program. Look at that, Tony B, 57 miles per hour. D-Mac pulling away here in that sweeper.
D-Mac looking like he has a clear advantage in this run. Tony B holding his own, but a little bit shallow and not as good of a line as Darren McNamara.
Great smoke coming off that car, D-Mac. You can see it over here in that big sweeper, but then Tony B catches up. But, again, I always say, too little, too late.
With Darren McNamara, in my eyes, having a clear advantage right there. Tony B is going to really have to pull out in front here and get a really solid line to take out Darren McNamara.
Tony B initiating the first turn. D-Mac not far behind. Look at that, a distance between them here. Tony B could, he's putting it to him here. D-Mac letting it hang out a little deeper than Tony B.
Darren McNamara looking a little bit offline right here towards the end, Jared, and now getting a little,
D-Mac narrowly escaping the wall, but being handed the loss. Tony B, the dark horse, riding that dark horse into the grade 8.
Well, you can see right here, he transitions a little bit of a wobble on the steering there, and as you can see, he just starts to spin, can't hold it, and a spin out by Darren McNamara gives Tony B the clear win.
That's a wrap for D-Mac's day. Broccoli Hoppa moves on.
Formula Drift is brought to you by Mazda. On any given weekend, there are more Mazdas road race than any other brand. And by Falcon Tires.
In Heat 6, we had Conrad Berger Grunwald versus Ryan Hampshire Turk. Regardless of the funny nicknames, these guys put down a mano-a-mano battle. So these guys put it down, and we're going to see them do battle one more time.
So Turk and Grunwald going at it again here, Jared. One of the many one more times we've seen throughout this competition. What do you think about that new rule?
You know what? Basically what the judges are looking for, let's look for a clear-cut winner, and then when you find that, they're going to be the victor.
So Grunwald taking the lead right here. Turk to give chase. Nice initiation by both drivers, almost at the exact same time right there.
Great wheel speed from these guys. Good, exciting, impactful run. 58 miles per hour in the sweeper.
Grunwald just a little bit of a wider line, Jared. Turk a tiny bit shallow as Grunwald comes in and goes a little bit wide himself right there.
Wrapping it around that peninsula there. Turk, you could barely see him behind that huge Corvette.
You can see right here, Turk is just a tiny bit on the inside of that line. Grunwald accelerating right into the peninsula here. Doing a pretty good job.
Well, the judges seem to think so. Give them a round of applause, digesting that first run, and then we'll find out who the victor is, or potentially, like we said, it could be another one more time.
It's got to be an interesting experience seeing that huge, massive Corvette right in your rearview mirror and hearing it as well.
Nice, aggressive entry, just a flick of that Pontiac Solstice GXP.
Very wide by Turk.
Yeah, Ryan Turk just looking hot. 59 miles per hour. Conrad Grunwald slams into the tire wall. Oh, man.
Wow, what an amazing wreck by Conrad Grunwald, and Ryan Turk almost leading him right into the tire wall, Jared.
Not a corner is untouched on that car.
You can see right here Ryan Turk taking a wide line and getting outside of the tire rail right there.
Check that out. Turk narrowly escaping that tire wall, but he does get the victory. Man, congratulations to Turk. Bummer for Conrad.
I actually corrected a little bit on my first run behind him on a one more time. So I knew I just had to go for the whole, the gusto on a second run. So I ran a crazy wide qualifying run, and I thought I was going to end up in a tire wall, but I just skirted by, and he was actually running a little bit behind me, and he just got taken right into it. So I feel totally bad about it, but I'm moving on to the next round, so I'm stoked.
Back to the action in a major way. Heat 7 with Tanner Faust, our back-to-back Formula Drift champion, going against Mr. Ueo in a brand new car. He's driving this Drift Speed S15. Tanner Faust, talk about a new car. This guy's changing platforms.
Well, Ueo making quite an impression in the World Championship last year, Jared. Oh, and starting off very poorly.
Yeah.
Tanner Faust doing a pretty good job in that brand new platform. Whoa, we're very wide line.
But 60 miles per hour from Tanner Faust. Brand new car coming out here right out of the gate. Man, NASCAR engine under the hood of a Scion TC, blowing minds right now.
Wow, so very uncharacteristic for Whale on that very first part of the course here. And Tanner Faust, consistent as usual, even in a new platform. Amazing.
Great job by T. Faust, putting it down. Ueo, we always looking for what I like to call gangster entries. Now he's going to lead, so see if he can mix it up a little bit as Tanner Faust is going to give chase.
Well, he is definitely known for that, as you say, Jared. Those nice, quick, snappy entries right up against that wall. And there is the Whale we know right there. Nice.
That's not the Tanner Faust we're used to. So look at that. It almost reverse rolls here. 58 miles per hour on that sweeper.
Tanner Faust looking very uncharacteristically poor here, going very wide in that last turn. Wow, he did so well in that first part, Jared, and now not looking as good.
You can see here from the rear view of Ueo's car, Tanner Faust right there. Nice on that clipping point, but Tanner Faust was shallow. So again, switching it up, tit for tat. And the judges, wow, look at that. Across the board, Tanner Faust gets the win.
I'm so glad to be by that. Ueo is one of those guys, when I watch his runs,